Welcome back to the Movie Castle. We've been traveling through the galaxy, the many galaxies. And many of them super, many of them not so super.
Yeah.
But we're back on Earth and we're here to pod, we're here to record, and let you know what's up with the galaxies that we've been to.
Man, did that really hurt you when you were seeing that in the movie where they, the destruction of the castle, man?
It did. He's referring to the film Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Let's see. The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
What's the acronym for that? Smegma?
I don't think it's Smegma. I could be wrong. We'll get our assistant to check on whether or not the acronym for the Super Mario Brother movies is Smegma.
Right. We got a crazy docket of films today. Our lineup here, we're going to be talking Super Mario Galaxy, Smegma the movie.
We're talking about Smegma.
We're going to be talking the drama, and then we're going to be talking Faces of Death. So we're going. What is that?
Full sickos, man.
We're going most seen to least seen as of now.
Mm-hmm. We can also talk about hoppers.
It's true. We could talk a little bit about hoppers.
Maybe a little bit about They Will Kill You for feeling a little flirty.
At the end of this episode, I have a discussion with Maddy Myer, who is a podcaster and freelance journalist from the LA area. She just recently started her show, Maddy Mania, so feel free to check that out. She covers a wide variety of pop culture topics. We discussed wrestling, the current state of franchise cinema, and various other topics. So if you're interested, feel free to stick around for that.
All right. Okay. Well, you start us off then.
All right. So Super Mario Galaxy movie is the sequel to the 2023 movie Super Mario Bros. Right? That's the title. Super Mario Bros. movie.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Stars Chris Pratt, Harley Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, and many other people in Hollywood. This is like a Dune for kids.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Quality-wise,
I don't know about that. It made... How much did it make over the weekend? Like 400 million?
Yes.
Close to that?
Fucking billions. Yeah.
Let's start with our relationship to Mario and maybe the first movie.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, I've been a Nintendo boy for a long time. I've become less and less interested in them as I age, but it was a long time.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Galaxy, is probably my favorite game of all time.
Okay.
Maybe. There's some totemic indie game types things I could go to, like a Celeste or whatever that I love, but probably if you ask me, gun to my head, it's probably Super Mario Galaxy. The first movie I remember I liked a good amount, you know. Yeah. I think it's pretty fun, and it does just feel like a Mad Max for kids, where it is just pure action, but it felt organized in a way that I found cogent and interesting, and it when it does just kind of look that good, it's kind of okay.
Yeah. And
also, if you're adapting Mario, the reliance on story, it doesn't need it all that much. Which so I like that movie, and I have a little cousin that loves that movie, as many little cousins do around the world.
Right.
So I've seen it a good amount of times. How about you?
All right. Well, Mario as a character, I like.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I had a Wii growing up, and I have a Nintendo DSi. Don't get that mixed up with an STI.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I mean, I've only had one DSi, and I've had a zillion STIs. So
right.
I just don't want there to be confusion.
Yeah, there's an association between Cooper and STIs already.
Yeah,
I get you.
And I love Super Mario Bros. That's one of the games that I go hard at.
So the original or Wii?
Wii, DS.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have I had my dad's NES growing up for a little bit before he sold it. So I had played the original a little bit growing up, but I don't think I was ever any good at it. I can play the Switch one all right. I've never played Galaxy though. I knew about its existence, and I don't know why I never asked for it. I don't know if I was I don't know why. I don't know why that was
above
never.
It, man.
I was not above it though. That's the thing. I just don't know why I never asked for it for Christmas or something, because I could have totally gotten it. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I guess just for some reason it's never something that I felt the need to get a hold of. I liked Smash Bros. A lot though, and I played a lot of Lego games growing up, so I think that I was just more occupied with those. But I've never much of a gamer, and I couldn't tell you shit about what's going on with Nintendo these days, so I'm really out on it. And yeah, and I feel very similar to you about the first movie that came out a couple years ago. I think it's fine, pretty inoffensive. Will I ever rewatch it? Probably not, but yeah, it's a perfectly acceptable kids movie. There's worse out there, and there's a lot better out there too. But that leads us to here.
Yeah. So this movie is disappointing to me, which is kind of a weird thing to say, because when you look at the critical response to this movie, it looks very similar to the one from the first one.
Yeah.
A lot of the critiques were ones that you found with the first one. But I don't know, man. This is considerably worse to me.
Yeah.
And it also does actually have material that it could draw on for something a little bit more interesting. Mario Galaxy doesn't have the same feeling as like regular Mario games.
Right.
It is definitely the most cinematic of them and has this beautiful orchestra that it's known for and a kind of a sense of like melancholy. And it still is about a like Italian man like jumping on shit, but it has a mood to it. And Rosalina is like portrayed as kind of a sad, very like tragic little character. I really think that could have made this movie a lot stronger, not just in my little mind, but as a whole, like something that will last a little longer. Because, and I mean, you might say that that's not what kids are really interested with this, and they have found a way to just like inject dopamine into kids, and maybe you could say that they're evolving to fit like the way that kids interact with media right now. But I'll tell you this: I went and saw it with my little cousin. And his attention span is kind of cooked, you know, maybe not as much as some kids, but still cooked. And his favorite part of the movie was at the beginning when they all watch the stars go above them, like the Star Festival kind of thing. And that's like the only part in the movie where they really like stop and smell the roses and just be like, "Look how pretty this is."
Yeah.
And it's vibes based, and so. How much of the stuff in this just cancels like itself out, and it just like leaves a kid kind of just with a feeling, kind of just like stumbling out of it and kind of generally excited, but like how much of that sticks with them? How much of that is something that they want to rewatch? Like, is there a reason that they would like besides just like certain characters like showing up? Which maybe that's okay. Maybe it's more of a brand flexing thing, which it definitely is. That's the point of these movies is to flex the brand, but for kids there is enjoyment coming out of that, and it's just like there's my friends, you know. I know that guy. I know that guy from Smash Brothers. Like, those are my dudes. Yoshi's here. Do we really need to have a reason why Yoshi's here? The movie argues no, not really. It's just like, bro, Yoshi's here, and he's part of the crew, and like that's fine. So I don't know. I've been thinking about this movie, and it's like, if the quality matters a whole lot, and if we are just, well, I'm not saying I don't really know how I feel about this movie, but if I'm just a stick in the mud, and this is kind of where we're going with animation as a whole, but then you look at something like Spider-Verse, and that's something that is super hyperactive, and is like better suited for like the ADHD kind of state we're in, but that also has a lot of slower moments, character things. Like,
it's a long movie. Spider-Verse is like 2.5 hours long, I think.
Really long. Yeah. But it runs at that clip, you know? And the style of animation that's come from Spider-Verse with you're the bad guys and Puss in Boots and things like that, like, it is breaking it free from kind of the restraints that CGI had for such a long time. But it is also working because of our attention spans. Also.
Right.
Like, it is both at the same time. So I don't know. It's really easy to be cynical about this movie, but I also my little cousin had a great time. So how useful is it to complain?
I mean, that seems to be the consensus take. I mean, I don't really have any children in my life. I do have younger cousins, but I don't really talk to them, and I have no way of knowing if they've seen this or anything. But I mean, that does seem to be the consensus take, though. You know, even amongst more casual movie fans. I would like to talk about my theater going experience seeing this, though. Yeah. I saw this second day. Was it opened April 1st? I saw this April 2nd, I think.
That's my birthday, man.
Yeah, that is. It was packed theater, and I knew it'd be like a pretty noisy theater because it's a kids movie, whatever, and it's Mario. But Lucy and I went with a girlfriend of the pod, Lucy. We sit down, and some people sit next to us, a family of maybe 5 or 6 kids, 2 parents, whatever. And the mom is sitting next to us, and she looks at us and she says, "Sorry guys, my family's pretty obnoxious." And it really reminded me of that one meme of like the lady at AMC that's like, "Attention moviegoers, if you see my popcorn flying, don't be alarmed. You do know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
No?
That sounds good.
Fuck, I'll find it real quick.
All right, should I vamp? Or...
Yeah, you can vamp for a little bit.
Okay. Because, I don't know, my movie going experience was different than yours. It was, like, mostly kiddos, and there's a lot of joy coming from the kiddos there, but it didn't feel like it was as much as it could have been, and as much as I expected. I really think it's strange how they've sidelined Rosalina a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. All right.
Attention movie lovers, if you see my popcorn flying in the air, please don't be startled. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was kind of the vibe it gave me, and you know, we were kind of like, fuck, should we leave? Should we go to like Reminders of Him or go see Project Hail Mary again? You know, a couple minutes later, she offers us some fruit snacks. We say no.
Brought in from outside.
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a family of like 6, so
Yeah,
I don't expect them to be buying concessions for everybody. I don't know if they got that type of money. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah, so they were pretty obnoxious, and anytime something exciting happened, whatever his name was, Fox McFuck,
yeah,
they did this thing where they would kick their legs and their whole bodies would shake, and it shook the whole row, and like we were like right next to them, and we were just like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I just don't know if I'd ever seen anybody that excited in a theater since Tobey Maguire showed up in No Way Home.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, yeah,
man, yeah. That's a beautiful thing, and it's good to be grounded by stuff like that too. Mm-hmm. I think. I saw You Mean Tuscany today, and you know what?
You got lost in the sauce.
I got lost in the sauce. One of the great taglines of all time, mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. There was a group of ladies at the back having their fucking the best night of their lives. You know, just with it is nice to be grounded in that every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, what if you were at You, Me, and Tuscany and you got so... Tuscany? Okay. And you got so lost in the sauce. It was a packed theater, right? And you, like, get up and you do, like, a backflip, you know?
Holy shit, I think that might add to the vibes. I think that just might be a continuation.
You'll be like, whoa, look how lost in the sauce that guy is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. When she almost kisses him, man, doing the flip.
It's like, yeah, people were doing backflips at No Way Home. You know what I'm saying? This movie reminded me of, like, Multiverse of Madness a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. This Smegma movie. Mm-hmm. Just you know, like I was expecting some galaxies to be explored, you know, in the same way that I expected some multiverses to be explored. And that didn't happen.
No, it didn't. Because this is not. It's kind of a silly name for its sequel, and because it's not really an adaptation of Super Mario Galaxy, and it doesn't really focus on exploring the galaxy. It just really would like to open up the world really quickly and get people like Starfuck in there.
Yeah.
And have as many characters as possible. It's like it feels like they're blowing their wad pretty early.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, if they're building up to a Smash movie, then I mean, there's so many characters in that, but I don't know.
It just feels like you're going real big, real fast, and there's a lot of room for just like adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom before you go big like this. And if you were gonna go like Galaxy, I would think that you'd want to start with just like Rosalina and like a couple of planets instead of going like putting every idea you can in here. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to me. It feels like it was a rush production because it's come out like at pretty much as soon as a movie this big can from its first one. And I wonder if they just needed to get a script locked and they just were like, here is the list. Let's go on the Mario Wiki and make a balanced like list of things to put in there that will please the most amount of people. You know? And then they're like by default that becomes a Super Mario Galaxy movie. You know? Oh, it's a bummer.
It is a bummer. I do you like how it looks though?
Not really.
No, I think it's pretty. I like the movie.
I don't
like the movie, but I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I think that the animation is pretty incredible, and the character animation in particular is pretty strong, but it just isn't. It's just not structurally supporting all that.
Right.
So there was nowhere in the movie where I was like, oh shit, look at that. You know, it didn't give me really time.
Yeah.
I don't know, like they flex their animation like chops twice, like once with the Starfuck backstory.
Yes, suddenly the movie has it gets a little lost in the sauce for about a minute.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I did a backflip.
Yeah.
And then when they do the Bowser Jr. backstory thing with the puppet show.
Do you know Benny Safdie is Bowser Jr.?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Mm-hmm. So who's the real winner? Josh Safdie because he got Marty Supreme, or Benny Safdie because he got Bowser Jr.?
Probably Bowser Jr., man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, you're gonna be in the universe for a long time, and those residuals are gonna be fucking insane.
One of these movies is going to be rewatched a lot more than the other, and it's not the ping pong movie.
It is not the ping pong movie. That's a
Yeah.
good point. So who matters more? Probably Benny, dude.
Yeah. You know, you thought the Smashing Machine was nothing? No.
No.
The real Smashing Machine is the machines that Bowser Jr. uses.
Yeah, real shit.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about Benny Safdie's performance in this film?
That was all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
I mean,
So my question is why? What compelled them to cast Benny Safdie in this?
I mean, maybe he just auditioned for it, and they're like, "We like you," you know?
I guess so. It's so interesting because he doesn't really have this like super strong take
Yeah.
on it. You know, it's nasally and pitched up.
My real question is Donald Glover as Yoshi, because like, I don't know. I think you could have gone with somebody more obscure, and you could have saved some money, and maybe put that somewhere else in the movie.
I think they saw that a big, like, not a big, but like a sizable chunk of the internet focus on the first one was the reveal, like the cast reveal and how funny it was, and everyone like losing their shit.
Yeah.
And I think it was just a calculated choice that to be like, there's going to be a lot of reaction videos and people being like, what the fuck? Like, on every level of fan.
Yeah.
And that will just, that's just helps. That's just free marketing, you know? I mean, it's not free, but.
What, like do you think that Childish Gambino being in this was like enticed all the Awaken My Love fans to go to the movie? Do you think they were like, oh, well, I gotta show up. My
yeah,
guy's
for sure.
in this,
They had to
you know?
get the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
They had a rep. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I think the movie looks, I like how it looks. I would say most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never mad at how it looks, you know, but just didn't really stand out to me as much as the first movie did.
Right.
Because the first movie does, like, it doesn't really have a great structure, but it has the structure. And it has, like, this is the chunk that's about the Kongs and the Mario Kart or whatever.
I was missing him.
Missing him? Me too, man.
Could
Where's my dude?
use a bit of Kong.
I guess they already had, like, 40 characters, so...
Yeah, he had a cameo.
And maybe they'll do a Kong movie. I don't know. It's very strange.
No Diddy yet. Diddy come on out, you know?
No Diddy. He's just in the background in the first one, I think.
Is he?
Yeah. Like, he's just watching.
You like the Kongs.
I love the Kongs,
Yeah,
man.
I remember
Fedora
that.
Kong?
Yeah, what's that?
Uncle Kong?
What's that comic book? No, never mind. That's a different thing. You bought that comic book last year.
Oh, that was Jello Man.
That was not related to... I was just thinking of your tabs, you know?
Yeah. What was the lady that was on my tab?
It was the girl from Rio,
Oh, yeah.
and you had Babu Frick. A bit of context, Aiden and I took screenwriting together, and occasionally he would just pull up a picture of Babu Frick and throw the laptop at me.
Yeah.
And it'd make me laugh, and it'd be really embarrassing in front of the whole class. What are these guys doing?
No, they were just, yeah, man, our comedy chops, dude.
Yeah, everyone knew what we were laughing at. They were like, oh, Babu Frick, good one.
Well, now he's gotten, you know, I liked him before he was cool.
Now he's woke.
Now he's woke, and he's with his with Grogu, man. There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
I liked him when he was underground, you know?
Yeah.
It's a shame. I kind of want to gatekeep Babu a little bit more. Now he's in, like, every shelf at Target.
Right. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really remember seeing too much Babu Frick in 2019 when, whatever that movie is, Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's only in, like, 2 scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Fuck. I'm not excited for that movie, man.
I'm not either.
Even Babu Frick being in it is just, like, indicative of being, like, it's the pocketbook, it's the fucking, the math of it all. It's just, like, Babu Frick popped a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Let's expand. Like, that movie is so, like, cynical in its like, construction. It's just cowardly. Like, I don't know. I think that people can tell, too. It's a vibe thing. Like, that they're desperate.
But do you think that maybe somebody that went to college with us, like, saw your Babu Frick thing and was like, bazinga, and they took that to Disney, you know?
Yeah.
They got a job, they got an internship at Disney,
It was
Lucasfilm.
Favreau's niece or something?
Yeah, and it was just like, hey, look, Babu Frick, really untapped market there. I know a guy who's going to love the Babu Frick thing, and it's completely blown up in their face. You hate it.
Man, fuck, they did it for me, huh?
They did it for you, and you're rejecting them, you know?
Yeah, I feel bad now. I like where their head's at, but with the Frick, you love to see Frick get some work, you know? Like, he's just been doing some, like, day player work, you know, afterwards. So it's good to see him get a good gig.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wanted something better for him. I wanted him to work with one of our masters, you know, maybe a Guadagnino movie, you know?
Well, there's a spec script for you.
Yeah.
Get working.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I should write for Babu so he doesn't have to resort to doing this kind of stuff. You know?
Exactly.
I think he's above
Maybe
it.
you should just write for Babu. So, like, you know, like in all the scenes in Infinity War that involve the Guardians, Gunn is, like, credited for those scenes.
Oh, interesting.
So anytime Babu shows up in something, they call him Mort.
So if I can show them, like, a good portfolio of pages that I've written for Frick.
Yeah. They're like, get him out of the castle.
Frick guy.
We need to
Get
get
the Frick guy.
we need to get the Mort guy out of the castle so we can write for Frick right now.
So if they're doing season 4 of Ahsoka or whatever the fuck, or whatever, because now Filoni's running the whole place, so it's all going to be like motherfucker from Rebels, the show.
Yeah. The Rivoli.
If the Rivoli, Star Wars Rivoli, that's awesome. Then, they just bring me in for an episode. Then we got to get the Frick guy. That would honestly be like one of the happiest positions I could hold. Yeah, incredible work. But I think that something that Galaxy has done that's changed the game for them and is like a really, really smart move is Rosalina is Peach's sister in this one. Spoilers, man. I should have warned the people.
I think it's okay.
But this is the smartest thing of all time. Like, kids, they love familial relationships. Like, that's something that they know. That's like badass to them, and they're like, when they can say that this person is someone else's sister, like in real life, and then also like, and then it's just like tapping into that Frozen juice. It's really smart, and having it be like, it's Mario and Luigi, it's Bowser Jr., Peach and Rosalina. I think that gives the kids an in. I think that's crack.
A little bit.
Them.
Yeah.
And
Yoshi and Birdo. Even though Yoshi is silenced in this movie, which is and Birdo is silenced in this movie. Sorry, no lines for Birdo. Yeah.
Do you know about Birdo being a trans icon?
I think I've heard about that. I was gonna ask you if there were any like cameos or little Easter egg things that like appealed to you, or you thought were okay. Because I think the Fox McFuck thing is pretty cynical.
Yeah.
But Birdo. I grew up on Robot Chicken. I watched a lot of Robot Chicken a little too young.
Oh, they feature Birdo heavily?
They feature Birdo. Well, Mario and Peach have a very successful plumbing business, and they have a nice house in the hills, and they're having a party, and Mario goes into the garage with Birdo, and it's like, what that mouth do,
I mean...
And that's always sat with me, and that's what I know Birdo from. Is this Robot Chicken thing, and this like really uncomfortable sexual encounter between these puppets and Robot Chicken 15 years ago. And so I was
never looked Birdo in the eye.
So anyways, I was pretty stoked when Birdo showed up and I clapped.
Oh, cool. So you were excited. You weren't made uncomfortable.
Well, I was just hoping, maybe there'd be a bit of,
illusions,
a bit more going on, and it just didn't really quite happen.
Well,
they
send her out to do a mission, and then it's never followed up on.
True.
What a strange little movie.
Yeah.
There are things that happen to be that are just completely absolved in 5 minutes, and they just go into another thing. It is bizarre.
Yeah.
But my favorite cameos, that whole casino spot that's like based off of Mario 2 is very strange. I kind of liked that, but Pikmin are my boys.
All right, Pikmin.
So the Pikmin showing up, it's very powerful. They didn't land in their onion, which is their traditional like mode of transport, which I felt was in bad taste. Not a like solid representation. It was good to see him. It was good to see him there. Are you a Daisy guy? Are you more of a Daisy guy or Peach guy or Rosalina? Who's your princess? Like, who are you?
I don't even know. I don't know anything about Rosalina. As somebody that didn't play Galaxy.
She's got a Cate Blanchett vibe in the games.
True. Mm-hmm. I did not stay for the credit scene, but I did hear about the Daisy thing.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't see fucking Daisy?
No, I didn't see Daisy. I saw it online. But...
You're a Daisy. I'll answer for you. You're a Daisy.
You think I'm a Daisy?
Yeah.
I think. I know that Lucy loves Rosalina. That's her gal. So I think she was a bit disappointed by the lack of Rosalina in this.
That's my dad's crush too, dude. So
Do you know she's like 7 feet tall?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially in Mario Kart, she's a heavy too. Yeah. She is really tall.
I didn't mind the Rob cameo.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the joke was just ripped directly from Zootopia.
Yeah,
so
the jokes are bad.
That wasn't great, but that's like a cameo that I was fine with. I didn't feel too evil.
How do screenwriters sleep at night? Just being like, let's slide in just one of 50 jokes that are in these movies, and having like this one doesn't have one or two of them. It has like 30.
Yeah.
They're just from the playbook.
Well, I think they sleep fine because that paycheck be paying, and you'll see the same thing when you get those Frick paychecks. When they start coming
You're right.
in.
I'm gonna stop talking like this once I get that brick. That you're right.
Yeah. When Babu Frick shows up in Secret Wars, and you get that paycheck,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's the Game & Watch guy.
Yeah, Game & Watch.
That was whatever. They had the dragon from Odyssey. I don't know. It's interesting to me. Like 2-3 years ago, this shit means something to me. Like, a little bit, and it's lost everything for me. Like any kind of joy that I'm getting from IP, like, is gone. It's not something that I've wanted to do. It's just like, I don't know, man. I couldn't give a fuck. Which is strange because that was so much of like the like environment that I became a movie fan in, is that kind of a movie fandom.
Right.
And it's completely gone for me. But I don't know. I like watching it with the kid. Like, I don't know if I like what I would feel if I was actually, it was just me alone in the theater. I don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, the things that when they like try to adapt Mario Galaxy stuff, it feels like kind of insulting. Not insulting in a way that I was like, yeah, I'm not offended by it, but it's just like, damn, you really didn't try at all. Like the stuff with the Honey Hive Galaxy or whatever, where they show up to Issa Rae B for like 2 minutes and kind of dip.
Yeah.
And like he gets the red star at the very end and flies around, like, and the music is sometimes it. I mean, that is one cool thing about it is like in the first Mario movie, they have a lot of 80s pop songs, and this one it is fully like orchestrated with the exception of B.I.G.
The Biggie, yeah.
Luis Guzman is Wart. That's awesome. He's the frog guy.
All right. You want to talk some drama?
Sure, let's talk some drama.
Okay. I don't know. Spoiler warning, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we could do like vague thoughts and then go along. This is from Christopher Borgli, right?
Yes.
He made the Dream Scenario, which was kind of got like mixed reception, mostly positive.
Yeah.
It has a big contingent of people that really love that movie.
I really like it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it. And he's using that A24 connection to do like I think Dream Scenario was purchased by A24, like distributed, and then drama is in house. Like they brought him on board to develop things for them. And this is about a couple getting ready to get married. Robert Pattinson and Zendaya, and then they all go around saying, what's the worst thing you've done? Like them and two friends, and then Zendaya's is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
And it changes the way that they all look at her. And that's the basic setup for this movie. How did you like the drama?
I really like it. I think I like it a little more than you. This is like the most aggressive 4-star movie of all time. And I'm looking at like my friend. I changed it to friend ratings on Letterboxd. It's mostly 4-star reviews.
Yeah, it's exactly 4 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it, and I think it's very interesting, and like the conversations it's having amongst other films. Eddington, I think. I find very interesting, and I think the discourse around it is also interesting.
Yeah.
Some of it, not all of it. I don't know if it's like a Rob or Zendaya performance that I'll put in like my Hall of Fame for them, but Alana Haim's great in it, I think.
Yeah, so, she is.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people shitting on Haim, man. And she was one of my takeaways from it.
Yeah.
Coming out, I was like, damn, she was having fun.
I haven't seen her do anything like that. I mean, like, the most acting she's done was in, I haven't seen The Mastermind, but obviously Licorice Pizza, which she's like the second lead of.
She's really good in that.
Yeah, but this is a different.
And then she gets the wig shot off her in one battle.
Yeah, she doesn't have much to do in one battle, but this is a different register completely for her.
It feels super, like, true to life. and is like the stuff I like in this the most is the things like the beginning of Beau's Afraid, where it's just like, this is the worst it could go for someone with anxiety. That kind of thing is just like, what if you confided in your friends and that's how they reacted? I think it's pretty funny. I think this movie is really funny.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think that's about where it ends for me, is that I think it's really funny. A lot of the ideas it has didn't really stick with me, and I felt like if I was to dip my toes into the discourse, I feel like it would be really annoying, and I just wasn't compelled to do that much in the way that I am compelled to do stuff with things like Eddington or movies like that, like provocative movies.
Yes.
And I wonder if, because I managed to go into this without knowing the spoiler, which we'll go into the spoilers now.
Yeah.
Did you know?
No, I mean, obviously I knew the setup of the movie, but I did not know what her deal was.
Mm-hmm. So I was expecting something sillier, a little bit more genre maybe.
Yeah.
Crazier. And so when it's revealed that it is her worst thing she's ever done is almost commit school shooting.
Yeah.
She was ready to do it. When it's revealed that it's a school shooting movie, it completely rewired my brain about it, just kind of reset it.
Yeah.
And it was no longer in like, I don't know, because it was instantly in comparison to The Dirties and Mass, which are two movies about school shootings that I've been very moved by and found really interesting. Like, I think the conversation around that is super interesting. This movie gets into some really like complicated ideas about that, but I do prefer how they address it in those other ones. And there's a part of me that's like, I am no fucking, prude's not the right word, but I'm not precious with these kinds of like topics in movies, and they should be able to be talked about in like many ways. But there was a part of me that's just like, if you're going to make a movie about a school shooting, like, it should be about that kind of entirely, and breaking that down. Especially, like, this movie is about, like, a conversation that nearly breaks a couple. And if you focused on that entirely, you could make a movie about that. About just having that conversation and what that means. And this is just as much about the relationship falling apart, and it could have been a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel exclusive to that conversation. So it wants to have the both sides, and they weren't meshing with me all the time. I also think that could have just been the mood I was in, or just like the headspace that it could just be a personal kind of a thing. So I think this is a pretty great movie. Yeah. But like I said, it was kind of stopped at being funny for me. But there are some scenes that really stand out to me.
Yeah. I guess I'm kind of on a similar place as you. I definitely thought it would be a little weirder, just because, I saw Dream Scenario, and I know how that movie be. So I think I did expect it to be a little more out there, and then it wasn't. And I think Lucy was a little disappointed by it, because I think she also expected something different. But yeah, I think in terms of its marketing, have I seen the trailer for this? I don't know. I don't know if I have. I think maybe I have. I don't know, but. A lot of the newspaper thing and the wedding chapel thing, which is what I find interesting about it, is people being duped into this again. Yeah. I don't really find the conversation about school shootings to be interesting, because it's pretty much just a lot of should we talk about this? Should we not talk about this? And my brain shuts off immediately, because I think we should. But people falling for this again, this being this year's Materialist, is the funniest thing to me.
It is really funny.
And I'm like, well, what do they say about fool me twice? Shame on me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, how? Again, I can't think of what the trailer is, but I never once thought that this was a rom-com. I didn't really think Materialist was that much of a rom-com either, but this less so, definitely.
Right, and the advertisements are hinting towards it is a dark comedy trailer, but it doesn't tell you what it is, so it does kind of give the vibes that it is sillier, and it definitely is one of those, and that was part of it. Halfway through, I was just like, I am really exhausted by the A24 conversation. How this A24 movies are kind of the only ones that get elevated to getting talked about, and they have a very similar tone to it. And so a lot of the conversations that you have around a movie like this are kind of really bad faith arguments that they don't feel very interesting to me. So there's a lot of people that are offended by the material or just base takes. It doesn't really feel like people are getting to what the movie's actually interested in. But so that's another reason why I wasn't like super engaged with it. Is it felt so much like those other ones that I like remember, and neon stuff too.
Yeah.
So I did turn off there too. But I think it's just okay for a movie not to hit as hard as I wanted it to, and just be like a really solid, like fun time. I really like the stuff about conversation in this movie, and like the perception that you have of other people, and of them, like how they are perceiving you. That stuff is really funny and pretty cutting, and a lot of this felt very familiar to me, and are talking about relationships in a way that you don't see that often in movies, which I really appreciated.
I want to talk about the dad's awful wedding speech. I think like I don't know if this is nitpicky, maybe it is, but I think one of the weakest parts of the screenplay is when the dad is giving the wedding speech and mentions like gun activism. Oh yeah. Like in what wedding speech would you be like, and when you were in high school you got really into gun activism and you threw away my gun? Like that, I don't know, that sort of thing felt kind of like forced. I don't know if I'm nitpicking though. Maybe I am. But
that could be the joke, right? Yeah. It could, like, this movie is pretty heightened, you know? But it's kind of on the line there where you could see some of that being seen as lazy. Yeah. It doesn't always nail that stuff.
It did come off as lazy for me. Have you ever been at a wedding where the speech is like terrible? I have like one really bad one.
Not really. Go ahead.
I went to a wedding for a relative a few years ago, and her dad gave a speech, and 9/11 was brought up in the speech. And I still think that's like one of the craziest things ever.
How could that be?
I really can't remember the context of it, but I mean, she was a kid when 9/11 happened, and he just like mentioned it, like something with 9/11, and I was just like, why is the mic still going?
cut this man's mic, right?
This man's mic. There's no reason that 9/11 should be brought up in any wedding speech, I don't think.
Man. Unless you met on 9/11.
I guess so.
That'd be pretty intense.
If you were like, yeah, we met at Ground Zero.
Yeah, she saved my life. That'd be beautiful.
Well, that would be beautiful, but I just didn't think there was a reason.
No, I definitely know.
My relative to bring up 9/11.
There are people of a certain age that love to bring that up as often as they can. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's lovely. I think Zendaya is really good in this. She's kind of given the less fun role. The movie's mostly on Pattinson's shoulders.
Some great vomit in this movie.
Some really great vomit. The editing is really fun.
Yes, the editing in this is very good.
Especially the beginning, which is so like herky-jerky. Really interesting stuff. Yeah, I think it was just like some of the jokes didn't hit and some of the commentary didn't hit for me. But I do kind of want to talk about school shooting movies a little bit. Yeah. Because this one is going into... And the most interesting part of the discourse to me is the stuff about some people... like never really wavering from Zendaya's side, and some people taking great offense to those people. You know, I think I am more on that side of like I was kind of wondering like, would that mess me up a whole lot if I was? How long have they been dating?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. 2 years. I mean, that's not that much time in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, I've been dating Lucy for 5 years, and I still like learn something new. You know, every couple weeks.
So if Lucy did this, like, would that change? I kind of feel like it wouldn't that much. Like if I feel like I could probably understand like where that person's coming from, but I guess the whole thing about this is that you don't know your partner.
Yeah. I mean, I think at this point, I don't think that would like change too much. I mean, it'd be weird regardless, but but if it was a year of dating, I think that would probably get to me, you know, and we gotta cut it off, you know.
But I do like that they didn't really give her an easy out. It wasn't a thing of like she had a coming to Jesus moment. I really like that they're like, it would have happened. Yeah. Had there not been another one. Yeah. That's really dark and funny, and it does push you into more interesting conversations in a way that a lot of movies about this subject or other serious subjects really would like to stay on course and be as easy as possible to I think about reminders of him and just like how scared they are of letting her be in the wrong at all when that's kind of the juice of the thing. Yeah. So I really appreciated that stuff. And the flashback things to the young the young version of Zendaya, I think, was mostly pretty strong. I really liked the bit where like her computer had to reset.
Oh, the shit was so funny.
Really funny. Yeah. I didn't love the second beat, but the first beat really got me really good.
Yeah.
All that shit I think is really funny. So I kind of wish the movie was more about the school shooting aspect or more about the it crumbling, but I don't think it's catastrophic in how it's melded together. So I don't hate this movie. I don't love it. I think I like it a lot and would recommend it to most everybody. Hell of a date movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a strengthener or a breaker. How many people have gone on first dates to this movie?
That's a great question.
Dude, what about a cool anthology movie of all the the drama conversations across the world?
Yeah, get people at different phases of their relationship, you know? Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, because it is so much about how we talk to each other nowadays, especially. It is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a cool movie.
I like it. I don't know if it'll be in my top 10. Probably
yeah,
not.
I wish it was like a certified banger, you know? But it's all right.
All right, let's talk about another interesting movie with interesting conversations.
Let's do it.
Faces of Death.
Okay.
This is the 2026 remake.
Yes. So this is directed by Daniel Goldhaber, who directed How to Blow Up a Pipeline, which is like one of the cooler movies of this decade, I would say. Really impressive. Super cool Ocean's 11 style thing about like that kind of activism, and it's really daring and really fun, and which is like a great way to get a message across. And it just feels like a screenplay of a really smart person, you know. So this was on both of our like registers for a while now.
I feel like I heard about this shortly after How to Blow Up a Pipeline came out. Yeah.
It's always been like this. He's doing a remake of a horror movie, which kind of makes sense, but this is not the traditional kind of horror movie that you choose to remake.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the original a little bit?
Yeah. So the original, which is on Tubi, maybe it'll be on Tubi Month. I don't know. I feel like it's too popular for me to check it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is a mockumentary, I guess, of various people dying. Kind of. I mean, in the movie they compare it to like the first viral video or, you know, gore.com type of stuff. It was banned in over 50 countries, I think, as people didn't know if it was real or not. And I think it's mostly debunked now. I don't know if any of it's real.
I think it's fully fake.
Fully fake. And there's like 8 of these, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an entire franchise.
So what he has decided to do is make a metatextual remake, kind of in the style of a Scream movie. Like a lot, like if Scream like grew up on RedTube or whatever, you know. So this is in the long a long line of movies about how phone make you crazy, and I love those movies a lot. Did you see my canon?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about my canon?
I think that's a good canon, and I was actually thinking about that a lot after we saw this movie. We saw this together last night. And, you know, just a second ago we were talking about the drama, and I think that you now need to make the school shooting list and be on a list.
Yeah, I was thinking about watching Elephant before this, because that's the one I haven't seen. That's a big one I haven't seen. But that would be divorcing from Tubi Month, which I couldn't do in good conscience.
Yeah.
But I agree. They're both pretty interesting. I think that movies about how phone make you crazy is one of the most important genres we have today. And
it's our current nuclear war anxiety.
Yes, exactly. And it is resulting in some truly new and original filmmaking. Like unique feelings, that kind of thing. And so if you can get to that feeling, I'm very forgiving. And this movie does get to that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. So okay. Plot of this movie is Barbie Ferreira plays a woman who had a traumatic video of her and her sister go viral. So is driven to this to working at this company that's like a TikTok kind of a
it's called Kino. Yeah, it's called Kino.
Which is funny.
Kino.
True fucking Kino.
Yeah, it's called Kino, and it's essentially TikTok, but like really angsty content. It's not like full-fledged snuff films or people dying, but it's a lot of like car crash videos.
Yeah.
Like I honestly thought of making my review for this like a movie about car crash videos.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, it is. It really is. Watching a car crash compilation, whatever. And so do you think that this is a normal TikTok thing and she's just getting all the bad stuff, like the things that are flagged? or do you think it is all like borderline stuff shit?
I think that in this situation, it is everything is going through them because of what Kino as an app is. Whereas I think TikTok is probably they just look at the stuff that's been flagged.
But the influencer lady is on Kino, right?
I think so.
So that would lead it to be more like that's not all of it. You know, that's the stuff that's been flagged. I'm not sure. The thing is, this movie's kind of sweaty.
Yeah.
And there's some things that it's less interested than others, and I felt like in the first half, this is a pretty, not by the numbers, but like it's not really interested in like the dynamics with her and her roommate, or the stuff at her job. It's really interested in the stuff in the back half, which is like just the best shit to me.
Yeah.
Like really, really fun stuff. But she starts to see executions that she believes might be real, but they're filmed in a pretty dramatic way, so people think that they're fake.
Yeah.
And then she starts to realize that maybe this is someone remaking Faces of Death one scene at a time. And that's all we'll go into right now.
Great physical media movie.
Yeah, great physical media movie. This is like a lot of the juice that I think Scream is missing.
It is. I mean, I've seen plenty of critics compare this to Scream, and yeah, this does feel like a Scream movie, kind of, if it wasn't interested in horror movies anymore and was more interested in the internet, which I think is probably what they should have done in Scream 5.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really mean and cutting and just really funny for people that are online and interested in this kind of thing. And I think we're both interested in what the algorithm's doing to our brains and like how that has to do with our morality and where our morality is going, and if we still have it. And so this movie is really interested in all that stuff and is doing it in a really silly package, which I was so sure this was going to be more. We're all going to the World's Fair, Red Rooms.
Really, I thought this was going to be silly.
I only saw like one trailer, and I thought it was going for more like this shit could be real, and that's the vibe of it, is getting lost in that kind of stuff. And so first half, I'm like, because it's cutting back and forth between the killer and Barbie Ferreira,
Margot
losing her mind about all this kind of stuff. And so I was really not feeling it. It was like a 2.5-er for me for a long time. And I was just like, if it is just one of these, then that makes it like twice as strong. But when they have them both, it's just like the mystery's not that interesting, and then his part's not that interesting. They're taken away from each other. Like a lot of the tension is gone from there, because it's not a question of who this person is, and it's also like I think it could be really scary if it was just she is doing this detective work, and then every once in a while her worst fears are made real by like things that she's like the videos she's seeing, and the whole like losing her mind thing I think could be really cool. But that's not what this movie's interested in. It's interested in the last hour, the interplay between the fucking comm major and her. You know, exactly,
the comm major.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I mean, it is direct hits all the time. I really love it. I want to talk about spoilers a little bit, but I don't know if we should. But there are a lot of bits here that rung pretty true to me and my peers.
No, I really love this movie. I think it's, I don't know, might be one of my favorite horror movies of the year. We'll see how it plays out. But we haven't even talked about, what's his name, Zachary Montgomery?
Yeah.
We haven't talked about him. One of the great performances of the year.
This is Castle Bait. I told you this like when we watched it. But this is Castle Bait performance. This is a Castle Bait performance. This is like, if he doesn't end up in my top 5, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
He's having so much fun in this movie, and it's just so like locked in. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think this is one of the best like serial killer movies of our time, which we don't get a lot of.
I think so too.
I compared this a lot to like De Palma, and like a lot of the, I don't know. There's just moments in this that are so voyeuristic in the way that De Palma's voyeuristic, and that I love that shit. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but there's a scene involving a sniper that I really like. Like, it's just like the meanest shit ever, and it's
really funny. And
that sort of thing I love. Even though this sequence is kind of stupid because everyone in the neighborhood would hear those shots.
Yeah, it's a messy movie, kind of a stupid movie too. But
it is.
I think that's what it wants.
This is the type of movie that I get a little jealous of. You know, this is the type of stuff I'm interested in, screenplay wise. You know, subject matter wise. I mean, it's not quite to the level of like a Weapons or a Substance type of movie that I get jealous of, but it's it's circling the drain.
I wonder if you give this like 2 rewrites if it's an all-time classic. You know?
Yeah.
Like if it is some parts of it just really just don't line up and don't feel like they're clicking into place, and then the last half, like I'm talking about, it plays so well and moves like butter. I would like to see a version of this that has a little bit more time to cook. But man, there's so much juice in this movie, and like the home invasion scene, like there's some bravura shit in this, like really fun, like how to blow up a pipeline shit in this movie. It's really exciting to see, because there are some parts in this movie that look pretty amateur, and
all that's during the first half, I would say.
All of it, yeah. But really fun movie to think about. There are so many movies that are made about how internet's scary, but they're all from people from the outside. Yeah. You know, it really makes a difference when there's someone that's like engaged with the internet in a major way and gets what's scary and what's funny about all this shit.
Yeah.
What a lovely thing.
It really is.
But also, I think this doesn't appeal to most folks.
It's not going to. No.
Yeah. Bummer.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to talk about now? Hoppers?
Yeah, we can do like a couple minutes on Hoppers.
Sure. Okay. Hoppers is the new Pixar movie.
Yes.
Directed by the guy who created We Bare Bears. It's kind of an example of outside auteur brought into Pixar. It's really rare.
You can definitely feel, like when I looked at that he came from Cartoon Network, I was like, okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like the only other time I can really think of is with Brad Bird.
Yeah.
Getting brought in to do Incredibles. So
our favorite bird.
Our favorite bird. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Jay from Nirvana the band is up there.
Jay Bird. Falco, not in Smegma.
Only in flashback in Smegma.
That's true.
What are some other good birds? Pelican.
The Pelican
Robin?
Brief. Yeah.
The Pelican Brief.
Robin from Batman.
Flock of seagulls. That's it.
Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka.
Bird is the word, though.
Bird is the word,
Bird
man.
is the word.
Well said.
Hoppers is not about birds, though. A little bit.
No, yeah, this is a very small part. This is about a college student that is trying to save a habitat.
A little pond.
From John Hamm, who is mayor. And he's trying to build a highway. It's classic shit. But she gets to go into the mind of a beaver and interact with them as one of them. And is introduced to this whole world of the animals. And it is like you said in your review, it is just a fucko movie for kids, which is lovely.
I showed up to this maybe 5-10 minutes late. I got the times wrong.
No.
And so there was a couple of things I missed at the start, but it's okay. I really like this though, and this is, I think, one of the better Pixar movies this decade.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is good to have like a full animated comedy. Those are rarer than you'd think. Like most animated movies have jokes because they feel like that's like kind of a requirement. But there are a few that are structured like a comedy and that's their main purpose. It's cool to have one that's got a real fucko sense of humor. Yeah. There's a lot of shit in this that made me laugh, like legitimately, which rarely happens.
Yeah, I mean, I went alone to this, just like a Tuesday, $5 Tuesday, and there were a lot of kids there, and I think they were weirded out by me, one, being alone, and two, thinking it was like really funny,
Yeah, it's got a sick voice cast, and it's just like really well animated in a way that's like not in the show-offy Good Dinosaur, like look at the fucking pebbles, bitch. Yeah. In like a really expressive, old school kind of way, while still being like of the generation of people that grew up with fucking Ren and Stimpy and have made like the Adventure Time We Bare Bears kind of style of things. Like it's indebted to things in a way that Pixar movies usually don't get to be. So it's interesting. It really stands out in the Pixar lineup, but it doesn't like feel out of place. It's unique in it, but it doesn't feel like it's from another studio. Yeah. It has like a couple moments that are really, really sad, just kind of out of nowhere. Like there's a moment where like just broke my sister, like kind of immediately, just like yeah. There's just like they do have an ability to to really like give you a little punch, but it's not interested in that much. It's just kind of like a natural result of the story, but but it doesn't like have to pull back. It doesn't feel like it needs to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it really like pulled at my heartstrings the way a lot of Pixar movies have. Not that they've really been doing that a lot lately, but it might. If you said that this is the funniest Pixar movie, I would maybe agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, what's the competition? It's Toy Story. Toy Story is a really great screenplay, but it's not like it's not like this.
Yeah,
and that's more Midnight Run in that kind of. This is more Zucker. This is more Wet Hot American Summer-y. This is, I guess, Monsters Inc.'s pretty funny. Those are both like buddy movies, but different, and also action movies as much as anything else. Yeah, pretty cool.
There's a sequence in this involving a car chase and a shark that is one of my favorite scenes of the year.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep good in this. Dave Franco good.
Yeah.
Like John Hamm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's going for it, you know.
I like that little that butterfly. That's funny.
Yeah, but it's like ability to go dark is really good for it.
Yeah.
Really, yeah, some good shit. I saw They Will Kill You. This is Zazie Beetz led Kill Bill style horror movie. It doesn't really work. It's got juice, but that kind of makes the fact that it doesn't work sadder. It's really exhausting by the end of it. It's just sequence after sequence of like Kill Bill-y violence. And some of it is really cool. And some of it's just whatever. And overall, there's just I don't know. Heather Graham's in this. Strange. She doesn't get too much to do, but that was cool to see. Patricia Arquette's pretty good in it. Like, I don't know. It shows that Zazie Beetz is good at this kind of shit, and this director might be interesting, but man, it really didn't do anything for me.
I'm hoping I can see it in like the next week or so. No,
yeah,
I mean
it's worth seeing.
I don't really have anything else I've been locked in on Tubi month, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Well, we got more Tubi content coming your way.
For sure.
We got Mother Mary. We got The Mummy.
Oh, I'm so excited for Mother Mary.
I haven't seen the trailer or really anything about it. Going in blind.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That shit's going to rock. I really hope it does. Some people that I respect have said that they liked it a lot. Gotten some...
Have you seen the trailer for the other Barbie Ferreira movie? That's her last name, right?
Ferreira.
Yeah. She has like a little indie comedy coming out later this month. It's like a Hulu movie or something. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's like about a music journalist, I think.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Well, I'm stoked for that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep. Amongst the Tubi month, I do get some originals that are keeping me alive. So.
Yeah. I haven't seen the... I mean, do you want to talk about your pizza movie?
Oh, pizza movie. Yeah, pizza movies. Pizza movie is one of the movies of the year. Stars one of the Stranger Things stars, Gaten Mazzarato. I think that's how you say his name. This is a Harold and Kumar type of comedy, which we don't really get a lot of these days, so I kind of respect it from that standpoint. It's about two college roommates who are kind of losers, and they find a rare drug in their ceiling in their dorm, and they take it, and they are kind of on a ticking time clock here, where if they don't eat pizza, they will die. The drug will kill them. So I don't know.
You have the nostril thing though.
Yeah, the Narcan.
The Narcan. That's
I had a lot of fun with it. It's kind of just become like a bit of a punchline Pizza Movie has. Do you know about I'm Good Bro? You know about that?
No.
That's a meme that's been going around where it's just like the thumbnail for the trailer and it's like super low res and it just says like I'm good bro, you know? People are passing on it.
Yeah.
A lot of the reviews for the movie are I'm good bro, you know? And no one is interested in the Pizza Movie. But I don't know, sometimes I just text Lucy throughout the day and I'm like, Pizza Movie? And she's like, yeah, Pizza Movie. I had pizza earlier today, you know?
I like Pizza Movie.
Yeah, like Pizza Movie. I'm glad it exists because we just don't get comedies like this anymore. It's not great. I think maybe half the jokes worked for me. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a couple bits that were good, but, you know, I don't know if I'll think about it again.
Yeah.
But
I've been wondering about comedies. I feel like I view them as, like, if you're missing jokes, then you're going into the negative.
Right.
And if you are, like, landing jokes, you're going to the positives, you know? And it's about, like, where it lands afterwards. But maybe I need to start thinking about things as, like, it's starting from zero. It can't get into the negatives. If it can land, like, 5 or 6 jokes, then you are a success for me, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if that makes me enjoy movies more.
Well, that's interesting because do you start with movies at a 10, a 0, or a 5?
Whoa, whoa. I think I started at 5.
Start at a 5? Yeah, I would say so. I'd say I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the most mentally stable way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'm more of a, maybe I'm a tenor.
I don't know. I might start at 0.
Interesting.
I might start at 0.
Maybe
It's like when you're at the carnival and they hit the mallet on the thing and it goes up. That's what it does. And then maybe it goes up or maybe it goes down, you know?
Yeah. I think in practice I start from 10. But I think like in theory, if I was to do like I think it's a do as I say, not as I do kind of a thing. Where I believe in starting at 5, I think I think I do start at 10, and it should be something where like if you get to a 4.5 or 5, that means that you've accomplished something considerably like more difficult or interesting than
Yeah.
a 3 or whatever. But I don't know. I'm
But-
pretty forgiving with my ratings.
During Tubi month, all movies are at a 10
Yes,
at all times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They stay there.
They don't move.
All right. Well, it's great chatting with you,
Great
sir.
chatting with you. We're gonna go to some other galaxies now. Pod there,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna go to the 2B galaxy. Check it out. So,
It's gonna be exciting. Man.
yep. We'll see y'all later.
So yeah.
All right. Welcome to Movie Castle. We have let a guest into the castle. Her name's Maddy Myer. What's up, Maddy?
Hey Cooper, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Super excited just to chat movies and all things entertainment, I guess.
Yeah. So, you are a freelance journalist from the LA area, and you have your own podcast. Is that correct?
Yeah, my podcast, it's called Maddy Mania, self-promo in the background right now. It focuses on pop culture, so film, TV, also music, sports, all the kinds of stuff like that.
Awesome. What got you into movies? What draws you to the world of entertainment and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, early on, I thankfully had a mom who was like super supportive of whatever I liked. I feel like I was that kind of kid that I had like a phase every year of something that I was like super obsessed with. And I was a Disney Channel kid, so like growing up, it was like Lizzie McGuire and Hannah Montana and the Jonas Brothers, but also all like the Disney princess movies and like The Lion King, all the animated classics, you know, that's kind of how I first got into liking movies and everything. But then I would say like after age maybe 10, I shifted more to like the tomboy side of movie liking, and so it was all the superhero kind of stuff that really stuck out to me, and anything that's like superhero adjacent, like Indiana Jones even, and just kind of super into anything that was like action adventure. And I think what really draws me to movies is that escape from reality that you have when you're like watching them, and you can kind of envision yourself in that world or like relate to a character or whatever it might be. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I was I guess younger in the 2010s, obviously, and I think a lot of the superhero stuff is kind of that gateway for me. So
Hmm.
I get that.
Who's your favorite hero?
My favorite hero, I mean, it's kind of a basic answer, but probably just Batman, you know? Like, I don't know. It's yeah, that one's cool. I love, but yeah, I've been into comics my whole life,
Yeah.
and with that film, so you know, when those two things came together, it was like very exciting for me when I was like, you know, 13 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a big Batman fan as well. I feel like him, The Flash, and Spider-Man are all like tied for me.
right. How did you feel about the Spider-Man trailer?
Oh my God. I was telling my best friend last night, like I went to bed really early because I'm recovering from a cold, and I like put vapor rub all over my body, but I was like going to bed, gonna be dreaming about the Spider-Man trailer all night because seriously, that's all that's been on my mind since it dropped. Peter Parker in his depressed state with nobody. The return of Bruce, obviously, getting to see who Sadie Sink's character is actually gonna be. I'm very excited to see like I know everybody on the internet has been saying this, but like a more grounded Spider-Man movie where there's not so many like multiverse elements or him kind of teaming up with other heroes because Bruce will probably just stay Bruce, not Hulk.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm very excited to see like where they kind of take this more mature Peter character, and I think Tom is going to do a really good job portraying that.
Awesome. Do you have any theories about who Sadie Sink is? Because that seems to be like what everyone's been talking about for like a year now. So,
Dude, I don't know because like she's supposed to be a villain, but then
hmm.
other people are like, no, she's Jean Grey from X-Men. And so I'm like, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I could maybe see it being Jean Grey. I think people just like saw that there was a redhead in the movie and immediately were like, let's look at all the redheads in Marvel Comics and decide who it's going to be.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I'm really excited for that movie though. I haven't been. I mean, I was really excited for Superman, but it's pretty rare that I get like this stoked about a superhero movie at this point in time. So
same.
yeah,
Because they've been pretty lackluster the past couple of years.
yeah, I would say so. You like superhero movies? Tell me about some other franchises you're into.
Yeah, so I mentioned briefly Indiana Jones. Like if I'm going through the rankings of my favorite movies, Raiders of the Lost Ark is probably like top three. Um, the newest Indiana Jones, not so good, but I still think it's better than the one with Shia LaBeouf. I
Oh,
think that one was the trashiest out of all of them. And then also a big like OG Karate Kid fan. So with Ralph Macchio and um the Jackie Chan ones are okay, I guess, but the OG ones are good, and then that led me to obviously being a Cobra Kai fan, even though it was a bit campy. Um, just that nostalgia of having Ralph as Daniel LaRusso and Johnny. So those are like my two biggest ones, I would say, and then also honorable mention to Back to the Future, which I'm surprised they've not yet done a reboot because I feel like that's all Hollywood can do now
yeah,
is remakes and reboots, and maybe we're gonna manifest it through this conversation that it's gonna happen. But yeah, those are probably like my top three non-superhero franchises.
awesome. Yeah, that's I'm not as up on the Karate Kid movies, but Indiana Jones, Back to the Future were like just completely rewired my brain when I was like 5 years old. So I completely get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Um, I was listening to your WWE episode that you did a few weeks ago, your first episode, and pretty
Mhm.
early on in the episode that you mentioned that you're straight edge. I just want to
Yes.
say it's great to meet a fellow like straight edge person.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yay. Yeah, it's like I never meet anybody who's straight edge.
yeah, or
Literally,
is like open to admitting that they're straight edge. I don't know. I
yeah.
feel like there's a weird mentality around it.
Yeah, great to meet a fellow one as well.
So you like wrestling? I'm not too familiar with wrestling, so can you like sell me on that?
100% I can sell you on wrestling. Okay, one, it's the best sport. I don't care if some people say like it's not a sport, it's entertainment, but all sports are entertainment. And in my opinion, wrestling is the best version of that. You get people fighting. It's not fake, it's scripted. So, yes, you already know who the winner is, most likely based on like the storyline, but the cool kind of moves they get to do, like they're jumping off top ropes like it's like an acrobat or stunt show. If you've ever been to Waterworld at Universal, it's like that, but like in a small squared circle
Yeah,
ring.
yeah,
There's also like the storytelling element of it. Like there's usually a bad guy and a good guy, so same kind of vibes as like a superhero movie where, you want the good guy to win most of the time, but the bad guy is gonna like cheat his way to winning and do everything he can to kind of piss off the crowd. So that element is cool as well. And like you, I was like into comics growing up and like I liked that first and then maybe 2 years later that's when I got into wrestling and it was because I kind of saw the wrestlers as like superheroes because they all have their own character and persona, like not one wrestler is like the other. And so it's just really cool to kind of relate to different wrestlers and see like they have different move sets, they have costumes, like catchphrases, all the things, basically. It's very cinematic.
All right. Where would you recommend start for somebody who's not familiar with wrestling? Where should they start? Because it is a thing that's been going on for a long time, and there's a lot of different branches of it.
Yeah, I mean, WWE is the most mainstream and well known. I would say right now their product is like not the best, but they definitely have like the more well known superstars. If you want to like more so better wrestling, but maybe you don't know the names as well, which is fine since you're just starting. I would recommend AEW. It's on Max, like streaming wise, and I think either TNT or TBS cable. But they have really good wrestling matches. Still same premise, like there will be promos and good versus bad kind of thing, but they do a better job at like actually selling the wrestling matches where WWE is like more about like the spectacle of like the pyro and like what celebrities they can get on and stuff like that. I feel like that's like more so their focus now. And then if you want to get in like the real nitty-gritty, there's New Japan Pro Wrestling and they just have like a bunch of matches on YouTube that you could look up and it's not only wrestlers from Japan, but like a big majority are because that is like its own wrestling culture in
Right.
Japan. Um and then lastly, I'll say AAA, which is like a lucha libre promotion. They again, like Mexico has their own kind of subculture in wrestling, and those are kind of like the coolest kind of moves you would see are the ones that lucha libres are doing.
Awesome. Yeah, that's rad. Yeah, I've always been like fascinated by it, but it's just never something I don't really watch a lot of sports, so it's
Mm.
just never been something I've gravitated towards that much. I guess I'll just ask, is there anything you've seen recently that you've like really enjoyed, movie, TV wise?
Yeah, I've been obsessed with Paradise. It's a TV show on Hulu slash Disney Plus. It's like one of those post-apocalyptic ones. And I saw like for a while that they were promoting season two was releasing in February, like since last year. And I was like, oh, I guess I should watch season one because the trailer for season two looked interesting. So I like binge season one. I want to say like December maybe and was just very much anticipating season two dropping. And it's been really good so far. They have more star power in this season, like Shailene Woodley's in it, and Thomas Doidery from like Descendants Disney Days is in it. And so highly recommend Paradise for anybody that like wants a cool show to watch. And then another one I've been watching lately is The Hunting Party. It's like about serial killers that are in a like secret prison that gets blown up. And so then they're like all on the loose and these like they say they're FBI, but I think it's like actually a specific division of government, whatever. They have to hunt and find them, obviously, before they kill more people because the general public thinks these people are dead. They didn't know that they were like sent to this secret facility instead. So very like high stakes and dramatic. And I'm a big, like I said, I like action and adventure, but I also like a lot of drama.
Yeah, I've heard about Paradise. I'll have to check that one out at some point.
You should.
And anything like coming up that you're excited about? Any like movies or shows?
Yes, I am looking forward to both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat 2. Um, the first Mortal Kombat wasn't like that great, I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie. It is my favorite video game. So, I'm excited for the second part though, because I did get to see like this early screening of it, like back in 2024, before even VFX and like the full CGI was done.
Oh wow.
And it was like one of those ones where they like ask you for feedback after and you like do the little survey. And so I'm excited to see like what they've changed because I thought it was decent, but I'm assuming like it's gonna be better now.
Yeah.
Um, so excited for that. And then for Street Fighter, same. I really like video games too. So it's always like, are they gonna hit or miss with the movie adaptation? But the cast, like, there's two wrestlers in it, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and then one of the girls from Cobra Kai is in it. And so, hopefully they do it justice. We'll see. And then kind of in a similar vein, the Masters of the Universe He-Man movie. Excited for that as well. I have this like OG He-Man action figure that is like still in its box that I just like keep in my closet that I think is like so cool and vintage. So excited for that like and obviously the Spider-Man and Supergirl and Avengers too.
Yeah. Yeah. What are some of your favorite video game adaptations? Because I feel like they have been pretty hit or miss with how accurate they are. Is that something that's a big deal to you? I don't really play a ton of video games, so it's never been, like a huge thing for me. But I'm curious, how do you feel about that sort of genre of movie?
Yeah, I mean I feel like I kind of feel the same way as I do with like comic book adaptations. I want it to be pretty accurate. Obviously, it's okay. I'm not like one of those super like, oh my God, she doesn't have red hair. Like I'm not like that
Yeah.
kind of serious about it, but I do like the storylines to kind of follow. I was super excited for Uncharted with Tom Holland, but that like was kind of disappointing to me. Um, just I don't think that they got the casting right as much as I love Tom. And then one I would say that I did like though, which is kind of similar like storyline vibes, I guess, but Tomb Raider, like I think it was 2017 maybe when that one came out. And I think they did a really good job with that. And I know now they're making a Tomb Raider show, and so I'm hoping that they'll do justice like a live action one. The Netflix animated one is like not good, but they're doing another live action one. I think Prime is doing it. So yeah, Tomb Raider good, Uncharted bad, Mortal Kombat 1 decent. Those are the takes for now.
Awesome. Do you think that because some video games are so expansive with their stories and there's so much going on, do you think that they are better suited for TV than movies?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think that a TV series gets to explore more details a little bit more, and it's not like, oh, if the runtime is over 2 hours, people aren't gonna care, you know? That's why there's multiple episodes. Like for Percy Jackson, for example, like the fact that they've turned that into a series over trying to reboot as like more movies, I think that was a really smart choice because like the Percy Jackson movies were not good as
Right.
somebody who read the books, but I think the TV series is good. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but
Hmm.
I think it's what more well done than the movies because they have more time to kind of tell the story.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like very similar about, I guess, comic book related stuff because I do think there is a better place, maybe a better place for it on TV, depending on how it's done. So yeah, I get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, just don't oversaturate like they did with the Marvel shows. Like it was way too many too fast.
Exactly. Yeah, I completely agree. And we're always talking about that on our show, just being like, what happened there? What was the big idea? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Do you have any like Marvel shows that you really like? Because there's only like a handful that I'm like super fond of.
Yeah, I mean, I liked WandaVision. Um, it was very different and quirky and got to see like a different side of Wanda, obviously, and then the way they like introduced Monica in there was good. Um, not a fan, like most people, of She-Hulk.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like before they did like these version of the shows, like the Jessica Jones, Daredevil, like all of those, I really liked those. I even liked, as a little bit campy as it was, I liked Cloak and Dagger, and I think it was called Runaways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Those were like Hulu shows,
yeah,
like pre-Disney Plus. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, those I was a fan of those, and I feel like nobody really talked about them, which is I guess why they got canceled. But yeah, and then I guess the only other one that I really like out of the like Disney Plus days is Loki, of course.
Yeah. I really liked WandaVision when it came out too. I thought that it was just super novel and super unique for them, and I still think the first like 3 to 4 episodes are some of the best stuff that's ever come out of the Marvel machine, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daredevil's cool too. I like him a lot. So, and then the X-Men '97. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't really watched any of the animated ones except for What If.
I recommend the X-Men one. I think it's like I guess a little more mature for like a kid show, but yeah, I don't know. I love the X-Men. Those are my guys. So
I need to watch it. Yeah, I have a friend who's like, she loves Wolverine more than anything on this planet, and she has been telling me to watch it too, so I probably should.
awesome. How do you feel about Star Wars, I guess?
There's like a few franchises that are like considered nerdy
Hmm.
that I'm not into.
Oh, that's a
Both,
great question. Yeah, what are some franchises
yeah,
that you maybe won't talk about too much on your show?
yeah, yeah. So both of the stars, so Star Trek and Wars, I'm not that big of a fan. For Wars, I've literally only watched fully The Mandalorian, and for Trek, like I had a science teacher that made us watch some for extra credit, and
Hmm.
I've watched the Chris Pine movies, but I'm not really into those. Same for Harry Potter. I've watched the movies, but not like a big Potterhead. And then I guess also not like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones.
So it seems like lot of like high fantasy with like the Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones stuff. Yeah, I'm not huge on those. I like Lord of the Rings, I like Star Wars, but I've never gotten into Star Trek.
Mm.
Although I mean that for extra credit doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world. So,
It was kind of cool. I can like, it's funny. I can only do this with this hand,
mhm.
and in this hand, this like it does not go.
Yeah, I completely get what you're saying about Harry Potter though. I think those movies are like well made, but they've never been anything that I've really gravitated towards.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, are you like a fan of horror movies? Do you like horror
Sometimes.
sometimes?
I used to hate it. Like I was the biggest wimp, and then low-key, this was hazing looking back at it, but my basketball team made all the freshmen go to this haunted house and like go in the front. And I was like scared out of my mind. But after I got through it, I was like, actually, that was like fun and exciting. And I'm a big like I like adrenaline, like I'm a big roller coaster person. So it kind of gave me, once the fear was gone, it kind of gave me that same feeling. So I'm more of a like I like going to haunted houses person than I like watching horror movies. When it comes to horror movies, I will watch some, but there's like exceptions. Like I will not watch the ones where it's like based on a true story, where there's like paranormal shit going on or like devil shit going on because those like freak me the fuck out. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry, freak me out.
No, you're good. We
Ugh.
loved hey, we love
Okay.
cursing. This is a pro cursing
Okay.
podcast. So,
Okay, cool. Yeah, they freak me the fuck out. And then anyone that's like too psychologically real, like not even paranormal, but like end of the world ones where it's like a little too real, I won't watch those. But the scariest movie I've ever watched, which I sound like a wimp saying this, it was called The Gallows, and it was like these teens at their old school, and they were like messing around in the old theater, and it was haunted, and they were like hanging them, and
hmm,
that for some reason like scares me to this day. Like I will not watch a movie like that again. But like I like those movies. Like those are funny to me.
yeah. Yeah, those are fun. Yeah, we love horror on this show and we love watching directors just kind of be crazy with whatever, whatever they're doing. So,
Yeah. Are you a fan of the like Final Destination films?
I do. My girlfriend and I don't know what it is about them. We like binged them all over the summer. I'd seen a few of them, but leading up to the new one that came out last year, but it was something about them we just find kind of like I don't know if it's like cathartic is the right word, but there's just something about it where it's just kind of like scratches an itch for us. Just yeah, but those movies are kind of freaky the way that, I guess any of that could happen to somebody. So,
Yeah.
do you have any like experiences going to like Blockbuster and stuff like that growing up? Was that something that you participated in?
Yes, I was a Blockbuster visitor. Um, Even more so, like I would spend a lot of time at my grandma's house when I was growing up, and small town in Louisiana, like not much to do, but there was a Blockbuster, and so that would always be like our thing. Like when she got off work, we would go and see like what movies they had that I wanted to watch for the weekend that I was going to be spending with her. So, yeah, I miss Blockbuster. Honestly, that was such a good vibe.
Yeah, we had one that was just like down the street from where I lived, and yeah, I was always going there. I do miss that too. Do you collect physical media? Is that something that you like value?
I used to be a big like Blu-ray collector for movies. And like I don't even have a real DVD or Blu-ray player, I guess, anymore, but I had my PlayStation, so I would like watch on there. I'm a vinyl collector though, like still
Awesome.
to this day, because I would say like I like music a little bit more than TV and film.
I mean, hey, I've been into vinyl since middle school, I think. So I get that. Yeah, I'm always going to the record store. All right. Well, I think that's about all the questions I have. Is there anything else you want to like chat about?
No, this has been cool. This has been nice. We have a lot in common, it seems, and especially the straight edge thing. That was
Yeah.
very surprising and cool.
I don't know. I just yeah, something about it in high school. I was just like, that's sounds like something I would enjoy. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but uh, the like I don't know, punk bands like Minor Threat and stuff like that were just my jam at that time. So awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
chatting. This has been awesome.
we'll have links to Maddie's show in our bio for this episode. So yeah, thank you for I guess listening to us talk about various topics in pop culture and wrestling and stuff like that. Thanks again for stopping by. Feel free to follow Maddie's podcast. Have a good rest of your day.